Okay, so let's analyze a game that I have recently played with the King Indian Defense, right? So let's see how it went. They put this. Usually, what happens is that this very pawn. What happens usually? I mean, you can try to also see things from their perspective as well. People either play uh, queen or king side pawn, right? Like queen, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. There is something there, a4, d4, or something like that. d4, d4, e4, d3, d2 is like that. Simply the thing is that they put their pawn सामने वाला होता है ना? The pawn which is in front of the king, they have played this, and it becomes a problem when I put this if it comes back here. So for that, in the king Indian defense, we play this. Sooner or later, we will have to play this, but since it has not yet arrived here, I can safely play this. So as far as nothing too much, it's not actually counting the steps, counting the moves. It's not start counting the moves. Okay. Usually people also put their two knights early on. So I have created an anti-pawn. He has done this too. Okay, so most of the games, I mean, I guess out of the 10 in the sixth game, you're gonna find that someone either plays this pawn here in the center or this pawn here in the center, and then they put their knights out. Okay, this is the position where you are gonna most of the time you are gonna find this. Okay, okay. Now, what has happened since I was still setting up my, so I will do the fianchetto with the bishop, and he pushes the another pawn, as I was saying. Okay, simple classical setup. He is developing his pieces. I am developing my pieces. Done the fianchetto, and I will do then the castle. Correct. He puts one pawn forward. So here is the game where, in one sense, here is the game. Uh, Here the game starts really. It starts now moving in the direction of the middle game, not just the opening. Now he chooses this. Okay. Obviously, you can see that none of the pawns are developed, and ultimately these will be the pawns which will be pushed. Only two central pawns have arrived. So sooner or later, if we are trying to set up this thing this way, this whole setup we are trying to put in King's Indian defense, then we will obviously have to deal with these four pieces sooner or later. We will try to uh, create strategies around that. Like if this here, you can't really do much. है ना? Either you push this and then uh, if he retreats back to here or there or anywhere, that is something else. Okay. But what he has done is that of these four pieces, he has chosen to push the pawn. Why he has chosen to push the pawn, I really don't know. But let's try to figure it out. Maybe he is trying to take control of the center a little bit more. Okay. Both are the light squares. So obviously you can't take them with your uh, dark bishop. Correct. So that's nice. Um, this knight is, I am actually not very much good in terms of light and dark, but I think this is a concept which I'm slowly also noticing as well, and also the pawn structure as well. Because later down in the last phase, these pawns become very much crucial. Okay, so that's the case. See what I do? Since I can see that this has been closed, so I sooner or later you have to play this, and most likely I would have played that, or I would have castled. The castling key. उसके बाद it has put this bishop and he has activated his bishop. But since I mean he can go on this path a long way, obviously when going on this down the line, these three pawns can really make life hard for the bishop, especially these two pawns. So he has many people choose only to stay either here or here or here. These three are the locations where for the bishop usually, especially if someone has opened up in this way. ठीक है उसके बाद but yes, I have finally closed it. So this one is done, and next up we have our bishop activation. We activate usually bishop on this for king Indian defense, and then we take it, and then there will be only two choices: either to take from this pawn or to take from the queen. So he takes from the queen. He develops his bishop. I go there. I take. He takes from the queen. Now it becomes important to take from the king. Let's say if he doesn't take from, let's say if he doesn't castle. As far as the king is concerned, whenever you are playing, you are already obviously castling always. Either the king will castle king side, okay, or king will castle on the queen side. Chances are very likely if he has made this knight and this bishop out, then obviously most likely he's gonna castle here. Then if you put your bishop here and then try to take it, then obviously he will have the option of taking it from queen has not yet moved. So you might also try to delay this taking as well because this one is not gonna go anywhere. It might come here, it might go there, and if it goes here, it obviously loses the queen. So you can also delay it as well. Largely, we are doing this because this much is probably not going to be very much useful for us and to especially destabilize this. But he has not done so. Okay. So, in that sense, we have not failed totally, but yet partially because at least we have traded the bishop. Okay. He takes. Okay. Obviously, when he takes, if he takes from the screen, something happens. If he takes from the pawn, something happens. If he takes from the queen, something happens. When he has taken from the queen, his rooks are already well placed and it can come into the center and his queen has developed as well. So in that sense, he has played a good move. Correct. Obviously, the rating is 427. So you expect that kind of thing from him. Now, what will you do? You can see that now since the queen has arrived on this side, it is not very easy to come on this side. Already this whole space is too much blocked. One can very clearly see, and again, pawns are not being developed at all. 3 to 5 and 6. 6 pawns totally in that same position. Correct? We have to develop these pawns. I mean this pawn with this especially this pawn because so that we can do fianchetto and things like that. Okay. Otherwise, only two central pawns are active and these are quite locked and these three are here as well. Correct. So nothing very much specifically has been done in terms of pawn. This pawn was automatically this pawn was automatically needed always in the king's Indian defense, and ultimately after some point this, and then after certain point we open up this line as well, and then this diagonal becomes open. This diagonal becomes open for someone to exploit from here. Like let's say this bishop can come here later down the road if I somehow sooner or later take this. But since this has been blocked here, this diagonal can't really open up right now unless until I take it from here or I go there and then take there. Okay, okay. Next, what I've done. What I've done and what should I have been doing? So I know that this knight is actually needed sooner or later, either on this position or on this position. Obviously, the knight always have only three positions. It can't go here, so either it will go there or it will go there. I feel like that the player will, if I go there, player will simply take my knight, and then I will have to take, which I didn't wanted to do. I didn't wanted to use my own position. I didn't want to do the double pawn and things like that. Right now, at least not at this phase. So I went for there. Obviously, I will have to move some piece. Correct? So I have went for this. He has played this. Why he has played this? Obviously, to make room for the king, if in case anything happens. I go here. Why? I really don't know. I really don't know why I have gone there. Whether I should have gone there or not, I'm not again very much sure. He comes chasing my knight. I come back again if I. So it has what it has only done. So you can see that in that sense, once the king castles, I mean, we can only have three positions in terms of casting. When the middle game comes, obviously people castle. I will castle. It might also be possible if someone has opened up their king side, they also do the castling. So one thing that you might face then on your king side is that the the king side and also the pawns are being pushed. Obviously, you know that this might create a lot of problems for the king here. But since the queen is here, I think that's the only reason which I can think of that he is thinking about pushing the pawns here, and he feels like that this position is already quite closed. Okay, so okay, fair enough. What do I do then? Time wise, we are doing well. 41 second, 41 second. Again, further pushes the knight. I already have a place. I bring it back. Okay, okay. Now in this position, what can I do? I mean, I have sacrificed. Okay, 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 okay. So all this is happening actually because of the trade that has happened here. Otherwise, there would have been a bishop here and a knight here, and they must have been doing their own things here and there and there, things like that. Been certain movement because both of them are absent here. Both of them have been traded, and obviously because the person has put his knight out here, and my I had the bishop here, so that's why those things have happened. But it's okay. Okay, so he is doing this. Okay, lastly, I think somehow he is planning to checkmate, but it's not going to be very easy. When he comes more again, I take this. I don't know why. I don't think that I wanted to do this. Okay, I do this. He does this as well. I bring it back just because I had a position to go back. There is no reason to go there. He comes further. He pushes pawns further. So now only two pawns are not developed. All the pawns are developed. Out of the eight, six have been developed. Okay, two central pawns, these two, and most likely very soon probably this and this as well. As far as I remember, he did play it with the pawn. I just stop it. Yes. Okay, okay, I remember. I did this because I felt, yes, yes, now I remember. I wanted to create a little bit of confusion in his mind that whether I'm gonna start pushing from this side my pawns. Okay, I wanted to do this because this area was too much jam packed and I didn't wanted to enter here. I wanted to destabilize a little bit from this side or even from this side. This whole block, I wanted to destabilize it a little bit. So I started doing this, and in the process, he did this as well. I was very much happy. Okay. Whether we should have done this or not, I'm not very much sure. We will try to see. Okay. Okay. So in that sense, you can see that this is also an example of you triggering someone else's pawn play as well. They have not developed. Most likely, if I don't do so, they would have not played this way as well. Okay. The knight comes. I chase the knight. He takes. I take. And he further develops one pawn. I go back. He takes. I take. Uh, what's crucial here is that he is actually keeping these two bishop pairs there. And let's go back and see when he has done so. When and how he has done so. You can see that he has done so very early on, even before the trade. So, in that sense, he is the kind of person who plays like this. I mean, he who brings his one bishop here, one bishop from here, two central pawns, two knights, and then it plays from there, in which I have taken this, and ultimately he has traded this, and these two have remained. Okay, and then he castles. Okay, so these one, two, three, four, six pieces in the center of the board. This is what his plan. Okay, now if someone plays with this kind of plan, I'm not sure what kind of plan this is. I'm certainly this must be a certain opening. So in that case, it will be helpful to know what to do with certain openings with your King's Indian defense. But I think that is something which we will, in one way or the other, soon obviously capture. That's what has happened. Okay, very nice. Actually, that was a good trade for me. He gave up his knight for just a pawn. And not just that, he was also giving this as well. So in that sense, this D file becomes very much crucial, and also this H file as well. It opens up. One general principle is that you should put your rook on the file that is open. Obviously, he retreats. He took a long time there, if I remember. You can see 31, 31. Yes, see, he took almost 5 seconds. He calculated there. So when 20 seconds are remaining, people start usually because he could see that I'm gonna take it. It was very clearly visible. That's how a 400 or 400 plus kind of player thinks. Okay, okay. I go there. I don't know why there. Whether I should have gone there or not, but you can see that this queen is still there, and the pawns are. He is not pushing his pawns any further. Okay. It just did. I have not taken. I usually do that because I many times I know that they have done so because they know that I will take and then they will take, and then they think that they might take this or will go there and then they will take this, and things like that. And they usually plan. So what usually I do in such a scenario, when I know in such a scenario that there must have been certain this kind of plan, and obviously you can also remember that this might have not happened had I have not pushed for these pawns there. But when for these pawns in the middle game, I have not pushed these kind of pieces, like queen, this or rook or this rook or these three pawns. I have not made any trades here as well. है ना? So that is the case. Okay, I simply move takes. I have no problems at all because I know that still there is a long way to go in terms of making the queens, and I have these and this and this and this and this. So it's a long way. Okay, and he doesn't really have much. His queen is decently blocked. I straight away took it here. He comes here. I have no problem. I go there. Again. You can see what I've done is that I have not taken this pawn. Because if would I would have taken this pawn, it would have opened it up, and then it will be a lot more difficult if I take and it pushes further, and then it might be a little bit problematic if it comes and then comes things like that. So I didn't take. And see what I've done is that I used my knights. Okay. So I had knight pair, he has bishop pair. I go further, he goes there, I take it because I already can see that the time is. Now you can see that he must have taken a lot of time between this. Once I've taken this 27 seconds, 22 seconds, 22 yet, yes, 24, 22, and then he thinks, yes, he takes 3 seconds. You can see that his plan has actually not worked here. 22 to 16 seconds. 6 seconds he has taken to make this. I go here. Now he has from here to make two moves with the pawn. He has taken 6 seconds. It means he is not very much good in terms of uh, pawn and bishop. This much he has done in 6 seconds. Okay, that means that he was actually very much dependent upon this because he has only this thing, this bishop to activate. I go here, there. He takes. Have no problem at all. He pushes. I go there, block it, takes, and game is over. 3 seconds. I've taken a lot as well here. Oops. 5 seconds I've taken here. Why? Okay, because it's very close. Okay, nice. So it seems like that one thing is very clear that in the King's Indian defense, if we trade off here with the knight, then pawn play becomes a little bit crucial. Okay, especially if these two are, if the bishop pair is there. Correct. So that's that. Now let's play a few games then. We'll find whether we have learned something really good or not. He has blocked that. See, he is blocking that. लिखे जो खत तुझे come, come, didn't come, should have come. अबे यही करना था तो पहले बता देते. Not playing very well, I can see. Let's push the pawn. See, so pushing the pawn, I guess we don't usually do that. I can't say that it will help a lot, but it mm, can help to a certain extent. Let's again see this in the classroom. Yet what things we have learned from this very game. Okay, so again, develop I usually at times do not see. Again, pushes the pawn in the center. Simple theory, and people feel in their minds that taking the control of the center is the best move, which is to a certain extent. I go this, and he takes little bit of Benko or Benoni kind of. I simply put the antidote. No problems here. He puts here. Knight develops the knight. I go here, develops the knight. As simple as that. Just he has used this pawn. Why I don't know. I mean, obviously it's a variation, but maybe he wants to push later down this pawn as well a little bit late, है ना, so that he can have 3 pawns because if he puts this knight beforehand, he can't really push. So maybe because of that, I castle. He pushes this pawn. I go. Okay, okay. This has been done. I know for why. This has been done to prevent this. Something that we were discussing before, but you can see that most likely then, in fact, to be very honest, uh, when I was playing this, I totally forgot what we have discussed. But that's how it happens. Sometimes it happens. So he has, you can see that he has disallowed it. है ना? I can't come here and then take. I will have to go here and then take. Correct. It's okay. I go there just to make him aware that I saw what he was trying to do. He went there. I came back. He goes there, again goes there, again goes there. And ultimately, the trade happens here. Uh, I will show you later down the road. Okay, so we go back. But so what we have actually done here is that we have only wasted our own times from both sides. From this move, 54, 52. Yes, this 47, 43. Okay, so I guess he has wasted his 7 second. I have wasted my 5 seconds only. Okay. He goes finally here. Something which we have seen before as well that they push their pawns, but instead of this pawn, he is drawing from here, and these two pawns have arrived instead of these two central pawns. Okay. Can happen, obviously. Obviously, it has happened, maybe most likely largely because seeing this. Okay, he feels like that I want to stay here. I simply must have withdrawn. Yes, I could have gone from here to here as well. I just wanted to stay in a more active position, more central position. Goes there, no problems. I go there. He does the en passant. Many times don't people don't really know. I did that, so nothing serious. Goes there again. I took the free pawn. Didn't he? Didn't realize most likely that there is a free pawn. He now develops the central pawn, feeling like most likely to take it. Remember, in this, he has not developed the bishops yet. Why? Because he was doing this. है ना? See, you can see. You can already see that someone is not giving attention to his bishop by this very move itself. He has protected his knights. It means he want to use his knights. That's why you can see. See, it means he will protect his knight, this knight very well as well. Most likely he will try to. I come back. He goes here. I try to kick this knight out. Just a minute. Okay, so I go for this. I don't know why. Maybe to protect this a little bit. Yes, he could have taken. He should have taken. I don't know why he has not taken, but it's okay. You can see that this bishop has yet not been activated. This is the problem. This is certainly a problem that people don't really develop their pieces early on. Rook. Now the king has been castled so late. The castle very late as well. And yes, so if you don't castle, you don't really have the rook for use for a very really long period of time. Okay, okay, no problem. I have no problem with that. He does it, but it is this central pawn which he has not used is blocking his bishop as well as the rook. है ना? In that sense, effectively, these two are of no use at all right now. I go here. He takes. Finally, he takes. I mean, he wanted to take it for so long, as if he will be spared. Okay. So good for him. Okay. So if he wanted to really do this, uh, then he could have traded here. If I trade, if I take him and he takes it from there or from the queen, as in the previous game, it was okay. There was no need to go for here and then going back again and then again and things like that. It was no need at all, right? So it's okay, Likin, but that's a part of the game. He goes there. I don't know why. I came here just to make my give my bishops a little bit of space. Comes there. I go back again, just to make the presence feel. If in case it goes here, I can go here, or somehow it goes does something here or there. He goes there. I didn't take. Why? Because I knew that he's gonna take, and not only he will take, but he will also come here as well. And that is going to be a little bit of problem. Although the bishop here, although the knight is not there, so not much problem. I know that if it comes, I will take here, and then I can come here and something will happen. And also I wanted to take it. He takes it. I take. He saves his knights. Uh, Again, you can see that this knight has came here, went came from here, went there, and then here, and then obviously then he can target on these two diagonals, right? So this is something which can happen in the game, and you must be mindful that these two diagonals be activated by coming. Okay, wait a minute. It goes there. I come back again because I can see that it is protected well enough. He goes there. Of no avail. Even if he takes, it doesn't really matter much. I can go here very clearly. He does so. Uh, I push the pawn purposefully just to create a little bit of confusion. I go there, no problems at all. Go there because again, safe place. I bring it back, come here because just to keep my lines open. If in case I want to move here or anywhere. Goes there. I bring my rook into the center so that I can really counter these. Well, he again pushes the pawn, doesn't really matter much. I push the pawn again, doesn't really matter much. This is there, I defend. I do not even give one pawn. And the game is over. In that sense, you can see queen was not used at all. This rook was not used at all. This rook was not used at all. This bishop was not used at all. Four pieces were not used at all. At all. 453 is the rating. Four pieces were not used at all. The king was castled so late. And even after that, this pawn was never really moved. So this is how the game has done. It's not very good. Huh? I have developed my this. This was not very much used, but this and this have done a few bit of work for sure. Okay. Okay. So in that sense, we have seen a lot of use of this bishop. When other pieces are not being developed, then obviously one piece is going to be a lot more used. In that sense, the that knight was also there. Okay, so let's play one more game. मीत ना मिला रमन कहाँ. अरे बिल्कुल बरसा ही देगा लगता है आज. मोहब्बत बरसा देना तू गाना सुन के आया। हो गया। चलो। मोहब्बत बरसा। भैया क्या कर रहे हो? चलो। क्या, कहाँ कहाँ से चटपट चटपट आवाज आ रही है? ये प्री मूव बहुत खेल रहा है। आराम से भैया। अब जाकर रुका है ये। बिल्कुल चटपटिया था भैया। काहे दादा? ले 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 ले। साला समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कहाँ चल रहा है गेम। ये देख। मतलब भाई ये गेम चल रहा था कि क्या, मुझे यही नहीं समझ में आया। इतना चिटर पिटर, इतना चिटर पिटर। है ना? बट ठीक है। इट्स ओके। है ना? हाँ, I'm okay with it। इसको मैं एनालाइज नहीं करूंगा, क्योंकि दिख ही नहीं रहा था भाई ढंग से वो कैसे चल रहा है, क्या चल भी रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा है, ये रियली डोंट नो। एक फ्रॉम दिस। नाइस। भैया इससे ना खेल पाए हम। लो, ऐसे तो मेरे पीछे चले जाएंगे। दिख ही नहीं रहा है, बस छिटपिट छिटपिट आवाज आ रही है। देखो है। भैया ऐसा मैं नहीं खेलना चाहूंगा। इज इट बिकॉज दो जगहों पे बोला था? हो सकता है। सी इज नॉट कम। मोहब्बत बरसा देना तू, सावन आया हूँ। ओए 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 ओए। आराम से भैया। सबको लगा तुझे सीने से लगाना है। अरे यार। हम्म। हाँ बनने बात हो सकता है कि दो जगह खुला था, शायद में भी इस वजह से दिक्कत हो रही हो। लेट्स से वी विल प्ले वन मोर गेम। तुझको छुपा मुझे सीने से चुराना है, हारों में तेरे है दिल को चुरा जाना है। ना तेरा जी को पहली बार आया हाँ, मोहब्बत बरसा देना तू, सावन आया हाँ। मेरे और तेरे दिल का मौसम आया हाँ। कभी कभी को तेरे सुन सुना, हार लगे मुझे से कुछ भी जाना है। इतना प्यार किसी को पहली बार आया, मोहब्बत बरसा देना तू, सावन आया। ओश। Yes. Okay, so now let's analyze this game. Hmm? Transformer, transformer, transformer। पहले तो भाई दो से डालो वरना बाद में चिटपिट चिटपिट होता है। प्यार में तेरे दिल से गुजर जाना है, न ठहर किसी पे पहली बार आया, मोहब्बत बरसा देना तू। तो flip the board. I was playing black against this. Again, okay, let's try to revise all this. है ना? People usually put these two knights here most of the time. they're gonna put these two central pawns there as well. And if they are good, most likely they are not gonna block their bishops, and they're gonna use their queen well as well. Okay, so let's goes this central pawns have arrived. Very nice. Since this has not come here, I have yet not used, but I'm gonna put it very soon. I've done that. Finchero, done. So you can see he has activated his these two bishops. I can certainly tell you that I have not seen it when I was playing that he has done so. I was more busy. I just only look for this thing here, whether a pawn is coming here or not, because you can see I've just taken 2 seconds, and in just 2 seconds I can't just observe all the things. I will have to also play the moves and also see that if anything coming or not. And many times all of these are quite pre-moved. Okay, so you can see that he is actually using a closed structure here. है ना? This. So pawn structure does show you a lot of things. Uh, but there is certainly opening here. It's not as if that there is no openings at all, but he is using these two bishops here, but this bishop is actually blocked. It can only be used if this goes this or this. So in that sense, our development is totally complete, and we are just waiting for something to come here, especially this knight is missing here. So that's why we are begging that what is that we should be doing. Okay. In fact, you will see that I was trying to go there. I mean, it's not captured in this. I was feeling like going there, but I saw that the queen will take it. Okay, so for the future purposes, when you are playing black, it might be the case that someone has activated their bishops more. Someone has put their positions more in this space. Okay, and in that case, the knights are yet not activated. Someone may have chosen to activate their bishops first. In that case, you have to delay it a little bit, or you can obviously go like this as to go this and this, and then he saw that I'm gonna come here. And he did have the options of going things like that, but he goes there, and I thought of taking it, but you see what I have missed there. I gave it, he came here. I should have taken the queen. I didn't take it. Okay, instead of that, what I've done is that I have taken this. He takes, I take here. I should have taken from the with the queen, I think. That was, I guess, certainly a wrong move. Goes there, and for a time period, you can see that a very awkward position has come because people, both of us were trying to save ourselves from the bundles that we have taken without losing our times. Okay, so that happens. Again, I thought that if not with the light square bishop, then why not take with the dark square bishop? Okay, but I felt like that this is needed here, so I give up away the idea. Came back. He goes there, gives his pre knight. That happens. Uh, I go here, take it, take, and you can see what has happened is that he has actually somehow distorted his pawn structure. He had a very good structure here. How he has moved this, we must show. Okay, just out of curiosity, in one sense. In fact, he has opened up with this line. So that happens. I understand. I used to be playing like that. Four takes, I take, and the file is opened now. Hmm, nice. I'll come back here again. Takes. I go here because if you take, I take. He goes there. I take. He could have taken. I should not have taken that. He could have taken my queen, but he has not done that. Saves it. Just a check. So in that sense, you can see that this was actually not a very good move from my side. A lot of the trade is happening at the center of the board, especially with the bishops and the knights. Pawn grabbing, check, and now it's all just bishop and knight, just like that. There was a freak. So we can also see that the time was very less there. Yes. So I think I'm not playing very well on this side. Okay. Knight and bishop because I'm not giving attention that how people are developing. I'll play one more match. After that, I think it's enough for here. You will not analyze that. See, it goes like this. Now, now what you do? How will you do the faint shadow? लेके ही मारने का लगता है. हाँ है भैया. उसका कंप्यूटर का गलत खेल ही रहा था उसने इतने पॉन सीधे मार दिया so you can see that people can choose to play with the pawns with the but what happens what happened ultimately that he stopped me from doing the fianchetto and I was just saving my uh, what to say uh, one more I'll play. I was just my knight. Okay, it hasn't arrived yet. No bishop, no knights much. आ गया knight but I can't go there so कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं यहीं आ जाते हैं. I develop my pieces a little bit. बिशप पेयर अभी भी नहीं आया। ये दिस हैज बीन नॉट एक्टिवेटेड। गलत 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 गलत। देखो, है ना? Doesn't really need much explanation. One can already see that one was not developing his pieces properly, है ना? Uh, I mean, this, what is this? Let's see. These two are okay. That I give the antidote. This much is good. है ना? 2 seconds on his side, 4 seconds on my side. Good. That's also okay, or more or less good. Saves, puts his this knight first. It's okay as well. I go here. It's okay. Puts this knight. Okay. Okay. I can't take it. I can't go here, and I can't take it. I obviously also, in one sense, can't go there. But if I go there, I should have gone there, because if it takes, I take, and not bad in one sense. I have taken then, in that sense, one knight. Okay, but our main idea was to destabilize this. Casting has not been the whole game. It was not. I came back, puts this pawn. I use this. Goes back there. Why? I mean, it's like he has come from here. This bishop has come from here to go there. Why? I mean, what exactly he is trying to achieve then on this diagram? He can't take this. He is not willing to, not looking to obviously take this pawn. And this is not gonna go here. Okay, and I'm not gonna put my queen here. Correct? But okay, he chooses to do so. And plus he blocks the rook. Correct? And it doesn't have another option to go anywhere if someone comes here. That's okay. Go there, go there. That was the wrong choice. I somehow was feeling like that I could have taken this. So that's good, but it's okay. But you can see that the whole position is so closed. This pawns have been developed, but there is only, in one sense, you can see that this is the only thing which is lying behind, which is lying ahead of this pawn chain. But ours is huge. It's so closed. I came back again playing under the pawn structure. Now castles for what? I don't know. Anna, he has only gained this line of space, by putting this much pawn here. Nothing really much. In fact, he has actually blocked his pieces. Was there? I finally take my knight, takes it from there. Takes it from there and opens up the fight. Okay, finally, ultimately, he does what he was trying to prevent with this pawn in the first place. So that's what people do ultimately. I go there, not taking this pawn again, very clearly. Retreat again under the pawn. I go there, there. The game over. Of what use at all? This. No use at all. Okay, so not a good game. Let's play one more. Then I will be playing this one more, one more, one more. It's not good thing for me, but okay. No, 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 I'm good. Take it. Take. Come on. So now I have this one. What for? ले लोगे इसको. दिल तेरा मेरा दिल डोले डोले. अरे भैया. बच गया. थोड़ा टाइम का कंस्ट्रेंट हो गया था बाद में. बट ठीक है. 472. आई एम हैप्पी. Further, so you can see that the queen was quite trapped. Ultimately, it has to go